Hello.
Hey everybody, welcome to Wulff Den Live, episode 34. It's me, it's Willie Pete. I'm back. Sorry I wasn't there last week. I started a new job, a big boy job, and I stayed late. But I'm here.
Yes, he is alive, everybody. Calm down. Hello, Caloric. Hello, Kai. Hello, Matthew. Matthew's very excited.
Oh yeah,
AJ, of course.
of course.
AJ was in our video yesterday.
Yes. Oh, check that out.
Don't forget to check that out.
Shiftiest ninja.
Damn it, I almost did it again.
I know. That's
You know what it is? You know what it is? It's his fault because the F is capitalized.
It's true.
It doesn't even say feistiest.
Skeletal mushroom, Alclusk.
Kevin, Devil, Edgar. What up?
How's everybody doing?
Lewis. You guys are great. Thanks for being here.
Thanks as always.
Episode 34. Wulff Den Live. Wow.
Yeah, getting there.
Well, last night I spent a while. Well, I had a lot of issues I needed to sort out last night. Computer's still freezing, worse than before. I
Okay.
thought I fixed it by getting a new power supply. Not the case. Not the problem. I saw somebody online with the same problem. Turns out it's a Ethernet driver issue. Because it's a Hackintosh and everything's all garbage. I think I fixed it.
Okay.
But I won't know until it freezes again. After that whole catastrophe
Yes.
and some other catastrophes, I spent the night watching tutorials for this program called Buildbox.
I've heard of it.
Heard of Buildbox? Have you heard any games made in Buildbox?
No.
It's a game maker program. This is not an endorsement, and you'll find out why in a minute.
I have not heard of any games made in Buildbox.
So I think it's based in Unity.
Okay.
It's a very simple game maker. You can just upload image files and make them characters and stuff, and it makes side scrollers. You can do other things, but side scrolling game seems to be the easiest.
Right.
And it looks super simple. And I was looking up all these tutorials, and everything looked fine. You can port the games to the phone when you're done, so you could just immediately upload it to a store and friggin',
Yeah.
everything looked great. And I was like, this is awesome. And I've been thinking about it for a while. I've had this in the can that I wanted to watch tutorials and try to learn how to use it.
Yeah.
And finally, after I watched a bunch of tutorials, I was like, all right, let's see, let's see how much it is. $99 a month.
That's much worse than
That-
I thought it would be.
That is twice as much as all of the Adobe programs.
Yeah.
Twice as much.
I think Game Maker is like $99 flat.
I have
For, like,
Game Salad on there.
A basic version. Not like a basic version, but like a pretty decent version.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So game making ain't cheap. But
No, it
that
ain't.
program, you just hit a button and it ports it to the phone. You know
Yeah.
that's why it's expensive. But come on, it's $1,000 for a year license.
That's nuts.
Needless to say, I wasted all my time last night.
Yeah.
So how are you?
Not bad. Feel good. I'm ready to dive back into this. I want to just first of all thank everybody who tuned in to watch our
Oh yes,
4-hour live commentary for SummerSlam
that was a big
this
deal.
year. That was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Much bigger than I thought too.
It went off with little technical difficulty. The only technical difficulty was the stupid battery almost died. Had to get up and keep changing that. But
Also, it might die now because it doesn't look like it's charging.
well, no, it is because you don't see the battery.
Ah, okay.
anymore.
Never
That's how
mind.
you know it's charging. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining in. Thank you to everybody who subscribed during the chat. Sorry, we're not a wrestling focused channel.
You could do more wrestling.
I
stuff if
think
you
I
want.
might have to now. People seem to like it. Can't promise we'll do every pay-per-view, but definitely going to work on trying to do the big four: WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and the Royal Rumble. So once again, I just want to thank you all, myself and Vince Matthews. Greatly appreciate it.
That's his
We had a
name,
blast.
Vince Matthews.
That's his name, Vince Matthews.
All right. Oh, and also hello Twitch chat. Nobody's nobody cares about Twitch chat. Wait, it says I'm offline on Twitch. Don't do this to me. Unless maybe it's just
suck.
being. It might just be being an ass. It does that.
I can imagine.
Twitch, a lot of problems with Twitch. Are we just not? I hate everything. Maybe I just didn't hit the button. That's a possibility. I'm gonna have to check that out. Yesterday on this is a cute little thing YouTube did. It just showed everybody as having 0 subscribers.
That's scary.
Yeah, and then it also got rid of if you went to your sub box, it just showed you suggested stuff. It didn't show you any of your
Yeah,
subs.
that happened to me. I was
Yeah.
like wondering what the hell that was.
Also, Twitch started showing people as 0 followers. Like they have 0 followers. So everything was
Everything
garbage
sucks.
yesterday.
Life's a toilet.
All right, you talk for a second while
All
I
right.
figure this out.
So there's a lot of stuff I missed last week that I just wanted to touch on real quickly. Most importantly, did you? I suppose you didn't talk about the Wonder Woman controversy.
It says we're live on Twitch, so I
Okay.
don't know. Twitch, forget Twitch. The Wonder Woman controversy.
with the movie.
No, I
Real,
didn't even
all
hear
right,
about it.
real quick, because this is old news. A letter was leaked to the press. No, sorry, a letter was published on a website. I can't remember the name of the website. It's claiming to be an insider from Warner Brothers, basically saying how the making of Wonder Woman, is a disaster. Patty Jenkins has no idea what she's doing, and that the higher ups in Warner Brothers are not helping, and they have no idea what they're doing for the DC universe. And
Isn't it like way far into production?
it finished production? It's now in editing.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
like they're done.
It's probably too late.
And like they're saying how like this person doesn't understand how Zack Snyder still has a job after all these failures and blah blah blah. So there's all this hoopla going around, and one of the big things she was mad about was, every time one of these movies fails, people lose their jobs, but the people who lose their jobs are like the rank and file.
Yeah,
Not
the
the
people who
higher-ups.
have no big
Right.
say.
So there's that. But a lot of other people who work at Warner Brothers are claiming that's not true. Nothing this person said is true. Not higher ups, even, like just regular people who work at Warner Brothers. And Patty Jenkins herself went on Twitter and just said, no, none of this is true. I am having a great time making this movie. Now, David Ayer said the same thing about Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
But here's the thing. I think, I feel like Patty Jenkins is, like, you can tell in the way she worded her tweets, like she was being sincere about it. Because it wasn't like, usually when somebody's insincere, like when it comes to their movie, like they'll wait and then they'll come out with an official release. This was like immediate, and it was one after the other, after the other, after the other. She dropped the Lasso of Truth reference in her tweet, which is appreciated. So I feel like she knows what she's talking about here.
I feel like the directors just need to endorse their own movie. They're
Yeah.
not gonna say, "Oh yeah, everything's crap. Don't see it."
Which, is fair enough. But, like, you can tell, like, the way people say things, when it comes to these controversies. Like, Patty Jenkins immediately responded, and she was immediate to, like, try and get people to relax.
Right.
So I still have hopes for this movie. We won't know until next year. But like I said, it's finished filming. They're currently in editing and post-production. So I'll just wait and see from there. But I just wanted to touch on that.
I don't think it looks very good.
Oh, you're like the only one.
All right.
All right. So
What else
on
did you
to,
have?
I have a lot. That was the only thing I wanted to touch upon from last week.
Okay.
This week, though, we got some interesting news regarding Spider-Man: Homecoming,
Ooh,
and this is all rumor.
I'm excited.
We
for
must stress this is rumor. None of this is confirmed. So in Spider-Man: Homecoming, they casted a young actress named Zendaya.
that. Yes.
I don't know who this person is.
I don't know what it is. She's got one name like Madonna.
Apparently, she's a big deal on the Disney Channel. She's been in like all these things on the Disney
I
Channel.
figured it was something like that.
So yeah, she's in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
It's just assume that she's Mary Jane, right?
I was getting to that.
Okay.
She
Ignore
was-
me.
She was initially reported as being cast as somebody named Michelle. This week in a leaked release, they showed like the cast list of like who other people are playing, including Zendaya is in fact playing Mary Jane Watson. Now, if you're confused as to say what the big deal is, the big deal is that Zendaya is half black and looks it. She's not, a ginger.
Yeah, she's not a redhead.
As Mary Jane is. And of course, as
Can't dye her. Unless they dye her hair red, you know what?
you know what?
Totally
just
fine
because
with
she's
that.
black doesn't mean she can't dye her hair red.
Yeah.
But because this is the internet, people are mad. People are furious.
Of course.
Don't be. Like, first of all, Stan Lee said this is okay. So if you're not gonna, if you're not gonna listen to him, who are you gonna listen to? Second of all, like aside from red hair, what does Mary Jane have to be?
She doesn't have to be anything except skinny and attractive.
Exactly, and you know, Zendaya is that. So there you go. She's the two main requirements to be Mary Jane. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. You know,
and there's no other girls, right? There's no other girls.
There is. I don't know who the actress's name is, but Liz Allen is confirmed to be in the movie. Betsy Brandt, who works at the Daily Bugle, is also rumored to be in the movie.
Okay. There, Jason Todd and Skeletal Mushroom say it's Zendaya.
I don't watch Disney. Ever since they canceled Kim Possible, I haven't watched Disney Channel. I'm sorry. But I should, though, because, you know, Rebels is on there.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's on Disney XD.
Oh, excuse me. Wasn't Sonic X on Disney XD?
That was on
Fox.
5.
That was on Fox.
So, I think, you know, it's about time people stop getting mad whenever they cast a non-white actor to play a traditionally white character.
Or they just mix the races up.
Yeah, like,
who cares?
Who really cares? Because I can think of a whole bunch of other white people
you know
who screw up the roles more.
You know what it is? The gingers need good representation.
The gingers
too,
do
though.
have, you know, pretty poor representation.
They need good representation.
I mean, what do they have? The Ron Howard and his family, and that's about it right now.
You know, there's no ginger dudes doing anything. Ginger girls, you get those every once in a while.
Yeah.
Mary Jane, that's the thing. Like, Mary Jane was like the staple for a ginger chick, you know?
Yeah. Oh, no. Sorry.
Take a minute.
Barbara Gordon also.
Barbara Gordon, yeah. Yeah, but she's not in any of the movies.
You're right, she's not. Unless you count Killing Joke, and nobody counts that.
Nobody counts that. No, she does not represent gingers very well.
So, yeah, this is just my quick PSA.
Was Kim Possible a ginger?
Yes, Kim Possible's a ginger.
There you go.
This was just my quick PSA. Just leave the poor girl alone. Leave this movie alone. You know you're going to like this movie. So who cares?
I'm definitely going to like this movie.
If, you know, Mary Jane's a little darker than usual.
Any word on what Donald Glover's doing yet?
No. Everybody thinks he's going to be Miles Morales. I think just because everybody wants him to be Miles Morales.
Yes.
I don't think he's going to be Miles Morales. I don't think Miles Morales is going to be in this movie.
Why would they even tease that?
Everybody just likes Miles Morales.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can find a list of other like leaks of who else, of like who was going to be who in the movie. Cuz they pretty much said the Shocker is in it. Oh, here it is.
Kool-Aid Kick says, as long as they play the role well, I don't care.
Yeah, I think most sane, rational, normal people, like those in our chat, you know, would agree. Okay, so, yeah, these are all people, I don't know who they are, but Flash Thompson is in the movie, Liz Allen is in the movie.
You mean the actors and actresses, you don't know who they are?
Yeah, but the characters, Flash Thompson, Liz Allen. Here's an interesting thing. Kenneth Choi is going to be in the movie as Peter's principal. And Kenneth Choi was also in Captain America: The First Avenger as, I think his name is Morita. And according to all the rumors, the principal's name is going to be Morita. So he's going to be a descendant of that character.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah, why aren't you guys talking about cool things like that?
Yeah, that's something to...
Bokeem Woodbine is apparently going to be the Shocker. That's interesting.
The Shocker's in it?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's interesting because in addition to the Shocker, you know, Michael Keaton as the Vulture and Michael Cherner as the Tinkerer. So, you know, they're filling up this movie with like a whole bunch of
Was
villains.
the Shocker in Amazing Spider-Man 2? Was that the Shocker?
No, that was Electro.
That was Electro.
Yeah. Shocker was the guy who looked like he was made out of pillows.
I apologize.
Yeah.
I got the two electric ones confused.
Yeah. Also, there's two characters in the movie named Cindy and Sally. Cindy could be Cindy Moon, who is the current hero Silk, who's currently really popular. And Sally could be Sally Averill, who is Bluebird.
I don't know these.
I don't know who Bluebird is. But yeah, so if all this is true, that's cool. They're really going for the whole, they're doing more than the usual Spider-Man movie, which is, Peter, MJ, Aunt May, and a villain. So
Gish Kai says it's good to hear that they are going to use some less well-known Spider-Man villains.
Yeah.
I feel like they always dig into the rogues gallery with Spider-Man.
Well, I'll give Amazing Spider-Man 2 this credit. I like the way they did Rhino, like where he was the beginning and the end. Mm-hmm. Where, so, just like tease like a bigger world than there is. Like that was handled well. Everything else in the movie, not so much, but.
Except, people expected there to be more Rhino.
Yeah.
And there wasn't. But I assume, that was alluding to that Amazing Spider-Man 3 would have a lot more Rhino in it.
Yeah, or a lot more everything, really.
Yeah.
But, all right, so that's it for Spider-Man.
Okay. I wanted to talk about, one of the top things I wanted to talk about was that Destiny is free on Xbox Live. It's not anymore.
Yeah.
It's set the other day on Xbox Live, the marketplace. If you clicked on Destiny, it would say free, and you click on it, you could download it. But it wasn't the whole game, so it was very misleading.
Yeah, so explain this to me.
It's a trial.
Okay.
So hold on, I have it, or I had it up. What the hell happened to it? Is this it? No. It's a trial, so it's like, I don't know, it's only like the, oh wait, here it is. Here we go. Blah, blah, blah. So Bungie had to release a statement because everybody's like, why is it saying Destiny is free and it's not free? They're saying if you want to play the whole Destiny experience, you have to buy it with the collection.
Yeah.
Why can't you just buy vanilla Destiny? That's crazy.
You can't buy vanilla. Like I thought that was the whole point of the Taken King was to replace
vanilla
Destiny.
The whole point of it being free was that there's not much to do in vanilla Destiny, and they were just gonna give it away. That would have been amazing. That would have been awesome. Anyway, their statement is the original Destiny adventure may appear to be free on some digital console marketplaces. While players may download the Destiny base game, they will only be granted access to the Destiny trial mode for free. I have no idea what that means. If players wish to progress through the original Destiny adventure via digital download, they will be required to purchase Destiny the Collection to gain access to this content. That is so dumb. That is so dumb. Because what if you just want to play through the single player? I mean, the DLCs have really good single player. Arguably better single player than... I shouldn't say single player. Arguably better campaigns than the actual main game. But it's... To get new... Imagine if it was free. They get so many more new users. Like, would you consider playing through the main campaign if it was free?
If it was free, I'd consider at least trying it.
It's definitely worth free.
Yeah.
Vanilla Destiny, you can't do much in it anymore because you need the DLCs for a lot. But I think they're afraid of being, considered free to play.
That could be it.
I think that's what it is. Because, you'd be locked out of doing certain things.
Yeah.
And there's a level cap that you can only get if you pay for the new DLC. But the WoW's the same way.
Yeah.
And WoW, I'm pretty sure vanilla WoW's free, isn't it?
No, vanilla WoW isn't a thing.
Oh yeah, it's not a thing. No. The server's not a thing.
There's a difference between a vanilla version of a game and a basic version of a game. Vanilla means the original unmolested version. Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
Wait.
Vanilla WoW was the original WoW as it released way back in like 2004.
Right, that's not what I mean. I mean the base WoW game.
Yeah.
That's free.
That's
isn't it?
free, yeah.
Yes, okay. Vanilla WoW servers are gone.
Right.
You can't play the original game.
Right.
When I say vanilla Destiny, I mean
base Destiny.
I mean base Destiny. Yes.
Okay.
And people refer to it as vanilla Destiny.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't play Destiny.
Because I guess that's there. You can't play the way it was originally because there's no servers or anything. You know? It's like imagine playing No Man's Sky without patches.
Yeah.
That would be terrible. So I don't know. I think it's stupid. I think it's a bad move to not have it free and to have a try. Like,
You said there was no trial.
There's a trial mode for free.
Trial mode for free. Okay.
I don't know what the trial mode does. I just reached out to Activision for further information about what the free trial version entails. Destiny free trial mode. Destiny trial and demo FAQ. Is Destiny demo still playable? Destiny demo will no longer be playable starting June 23rd, 2016. What the hell? Destiny demo will be removed from the PlayStation Store as well as what is Destiny Trial? Destiny Trial is a free limited access way for players to sample the Destiny experience. Player progress and experiences are carried over to the full game as long as the full game is being accessed with the same account at the previous Destiny Trial. The trial is not required to purchase. Yeah, whatever. What does the Destiny Trial include? The Destiny Trial includes character creation. Yay! The character creation is not that crazy in Destiny.
Yeah.
Character creation and progression to level 7. Ooh. Which carries over to the full version of the game should you decide to purchase a retail copy of Destiny. 5 story missions set in Old Russia, which is sounds like it's basically just the first world.
Yeah.
Access to the tower, so that's like the hub world. And the Devil's Lair. 3-player cooperative strike. That's all. So you get 1 strike. That's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as good as the whole friggin' game.
Yeah.
Because the whole game is like 6 times that. You can get to level 7 in like an hour. Maybe 2 hours.
So it's basically a 1-hour demo.
I'd say like 2 hours.
Okay.
Because, the Devil's Lair strike... I'm going to say 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
2 to 3 hour experience. Because the Devil's Lair strike might take you a while. And you get to go to the tower. You probably got to walk around there.
Yeah.
Look at stuff for like 20 minutes. So that's not that bad. But considering that we were teased with a free version, I'm a little upset.
That does kind of suck that, you thought you had a free version and now you don't.
Alklusk says, I still play Vanilla Destiny sometimes. I feel so left behind now, like I'm on my own while everyone else is enjoying the DLC. Wait, you didn't get the DLC? By playing Vanilla Destiny, do you mean you're playing PvP or PvE? Because PvP, PvE would be pretty boring, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the strike. Some of the raids. I don't know. I thought it was going to be huge deal that it was free, but apparently. I also thought I couldn't make a story out of that, but I did. So
look at that.
Would you look at that? What was next on my list? Lots of PlayStation news. That's the title of our thing.
So do you want to do the Slim first or the PC stuff first?
Let's do the Slim.
Okay. So there's going to be a PS4 Slim. It was leaked the other day. Images purporting to show a redesigned PlayStation 4 with a slimmer case design have surfaced on an online auctioning listing. So somebody got their hands on a PS4 Slim and sold it on let me see where they sold it. Gumtree, the auctioning site Gumtree.
That's weird.
It's a British site. And so this was because this was European PS4.
I'm not a peon. European.
I get it. That's a P joke. So it looked. So all we really know is that it's thinner. The edges are rounded instead of squared off of the original design. It's gonna come standard with a 500 gig hard drive. And that's and the controller is just, we found out a few days later. The controller, the light, I don't know if it's gonna have the light bar on the back of it like it usually does, but it's now gonna have a new thin light bar at the top of the touchpad.
I think the light bar is still on the back. It's just that there's a hole in the touchpad,
so you can see
what color it is.
Okay.
apparently that's a good thing for people who play FIFA.
Yeah.
Like, you have to see the colors, what color you are.
Yeah. Well, that helps too, because like, the back of it changes color depending on what multiplayer player you are. Also, too, some games use that as your health.
Right. Yeah, I know. I know, like, it turns red when you're dying and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to pull it up for people.
So the system is kind of ugly. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the look of it.
I think that these pictures didn't really do it much justice.
No.
What's the title of this article?
PS4 Slim images leak on auction site.
Yep, it's the top one. Let's pull it up for everybody.
Now Sony has a media event planned for the 7th of September in New York, and it's pretty much rumored that they were going to talk about PlayStation Neo at this event. And I'm guessing
Oh yeah.
they were going to also,
When is it?
September 7th.
Okay. I wonder if we can still go to that.
I mean, it is in our backyard.
To the PlayStation Theater.
Yeah. Oh, duh. Yeah. So I'm assuming that this PlayStation 4 Slim was supposed to be part of that reveal. Now it's been released early, so I feel like maybe Sony should just come out and say like, yeah, that was supposed to be part of the plan.
I mean, that the 7th isn't that far off. It's like 2 weeks.
It's
away.
like 2 weeks, yeah. But I mean, like
They should release a production image.
Yeah,
because this image is terrible.
Yeah, no, this is a really bad image. I hope it's still easy to change the hard drive in it too, because
yeah, it's only a 500 gigabyte hard drive. What did I do?
Yeah. For comparison, the Xbox One S, the new small Xbox One, that's tiered. For 300 you can get a 500 gig hard drive, 350 you get a terabyte, and for 400 you get the 2 terabyte one. But the 2 terabyte one is currently out of print, to use a comic book term.
Out of stock.
Out of stock.
They made them and they sold out.
Yeah, okay. And they're not, as far as I know, they're not going to do another production run unless it's like a special edition console.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. The special edition consoles are always a lot of gigabytes, right? Usually. Look at the bottom. The bottom little.
Yeah, no, the bottom is cool with the feet.
The feet are like little X's and O's and squares and triangles.
Yeah, no, I think that's cool. Oh, I think it shows the back where you can put in a new hard drive.
Oh yeah, it's got a slot.
Yeah.
Wow.
It looks like,
so they're making it easy.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it has all the same ports. It's got the 2 USB in the front. It's got HDMI. It's got the camera.
It supposedly doesn't have an optical out.
Oh yeah, look at that. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Is that important to you? It's not important to me.
Not to me, but I know there's a lot of people out there who hook up their PS4 to their stereo system.
Or like certain headsets, I know use it.
Yeah. I know everything's switching over to HDMI, but like, I'm pretty sure optical's still like the default for audio.
Yeah. Oh yeah, HDMI audio would be awesome.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they must have done some sort of testing and been like, nobody uses optical. I don't think we've never used optical out of any of our consoles, right?
We have our optical hooked up from the stereo directly to the TV. Like, we don't have the systems going into it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have no use for that, really.
We don't. Someone else might.
I redid all of Vicky's setup for her streaming situation, and I drew her a map of how everything was set up, and she had the optical cable from her mix amp plugged into her Xbox, but the audio was coming in through an aux cable from her monitor she had the optical cable plugged in because she thought she needed it, and it wasn't doing anything. So needless to say, I think most people, do any of you use the optical cable, and are you upset there is no optical cable? Tevia says PlayStation Slim looks just okay. People are asking if we have our dicks out for Harambe. Caloric is asking. It's been out for a little bit, but we can't mourn too much.
Meh.
You have to stop mourning eventually. Jason Todd says PlayStation is falling off. They were actively trying to F their customers. What does that mean? Oh, Chloric asks why the F does it have a 500 gigabyte hard drive? Is that what you mean?
I mean, that's a good question.
Oh, Jason Todd also says I heard Injustice 2 wasn't coming to PC, so that might be why he's mad.
Yeah, there's that. It's interesting. If it is a 500 gig hard drive, does that mean that this new PlayStation 4 Slim is going to be cheaper than it is now?
That's true. I think it'll probably be the same, and this one will get a cut.
The Slim?
The Slim will be equal to what they're selling the PlayStation 4 for now.
That's stupid.
Well, what is the Xbox One Slim?
The Xbox One Slim, the 500 gig Xbox One Slim starts at $299. And I think right now the PS4 still sells for like $400.
The PS4 should be $299.
It's not.
I know it's not, but it should be.
So unless this, PS4 Slim sells for $299, you might be better off finding like a regular PS4 because that'll probably get cut in price. What do you got?
320. No, it's pre-owned.
Buy new on sale.
That's the Uncharted.
Yeah. You just
I'm
looking
just looking for the regular old. God, GameStop is the worst. I go to GameStop because GameStop isn't gonna have any deals.
Yeah.
They're just gonna give you what it is. Buy new PlayStation 4 bundle of Star Wars Battlefront. God. 400. Buy new PlayStation 4 Arkham Knight bundle, $350.
All right, so it looks like it's $350.
Between $350 and $400. Well, buy Star Wars Battlefront from $350. $350. That's a lot. It should be $299. Maybe this Slim. I mean, I don't see how else they could cut costs, but
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it should be $299. That's insane.
Yeah.
$350 is insane. Especially because remember when the Xbox was $500?
Yeah, and
Xbox One?
look how far down that's come.
Like Jesus.
Yeah.
Now they're cheaper than the PS4. The only reason we got a PS4 is because it was cheaper than the Xbox One. It's really, and because all our friends got one. But that's because it was so cheap. That's why we.
And then I wound up buying an Xbox One, so whatever.
Also, in the news about PlayStation, they have a new little dongle,
Yes.
a little wireless adapter. I should bring this up on here.
I'm actually kind of excited for this little dongle.
Yeah, so I titled this stream while it's live right now that play your PS4 on the PC because I forgot that a while ago they put out
the remote
play app on your PC and your Mac, so you can remote play.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I mean, you can plug in your controller via USB, but now you got this little dongle.
Well, the dongle is supposed to like ease with syncing because right now the PS4 controller is Bluetooth. So like most PCs have Bluetooth, but this little dongle will just make syncing easier, so you don't have to mess with drivers and
So
making sure.
Can I download a driver and just Bluetooth connect my friggin'?
I think so.
Controller?
I don't think it's an official Sony one though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
like this will be official Sony.
This will be official Sony,
which is kind of stupid because it's Bluetooth, man. Why can't I just use Bluetooth?
Right. Well, because there are drivers and there's firmware in the controller for some
all
reason.
Stupid.
I know.
Let's bring this up. There we go. It's cool looking though.
Yeah.
Except we have Macs, so.
No, it'll work for Mac.
Oh, the dongle will work remote play for Mac. What won't work is PlayStation Now.
PlayStation Now
is
work for
PC
Mac?
only. Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's the other.
I'm sure that'll change.
That's the other big thing. PlayStation. They're doing this because PlayStation Now is now for PC.
Yeah.
And so now you can play your God of Wars.
PS3 games.
Yes.
Mostly.
You can play those on the PC, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think we always crap all over the PC market. PC market is huge.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of PC people
Mm-hmm.
who are gonna want a piece of their old PS3, PS2, PS1 library.
Yeah. I think I'm sure that'll come to Mac, so eventually we'll.
It should.
Yeah,
That'd be really stupid if it didn't.
Yeah.
Look at balancing a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Requirements: Windows 7 Service Pack 1, Windows 8.1, or Windows 10. Meh. 3.5 gigahertz Intel Core i3 or 3.8 gigahertz AMD or faster. Why does it give you two options? That's a lot. I mean, i3 isn't a lot, but
Yeah.
they're asking for a little bit. 300 megabyte or more, 2 gigabyte or more of RAM. Why is it giving you two options for both? That's so weird.
I don't know how PC specs work.
So you can't use like an old computer. You need to, like,
Right.
you know, like I can maybe barely run it on my Surface. Sound card, so you need a sound card and USB port. It also recommends that you need a minimum of 5 megabit per second connection, which is
Well, that's probably for the PlayStation Now.
and they were for PlayStation Now. This is all for PlayStation Now. This isn't for the dongle. I'm talking
Yeah.
about PlayStation Now.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because that's all streaming and stuff. So you need like something.
A minimum of 5 megabit per second connection. So all of this is being rendered on their end. So I don't know why you need that much, of a computer. But 5 megabits per second, and they recommend a wired connection. 5 megabits per second is fine. I think our Wi-Fi is like 8.
Yeah.
So that's good. But a lot of people around the country can't get 5 megabits.
Yeah.
It's pretty
That
crazy.
sucks. Yeah.
What does Netflix require? Like 1?
I don't know.
Netflix.
Well, games is a lot more processing power, a lot more required out of.
Yeah, I mean,
things.
you can't have any latency.
Yeah.
For SD quality, Netflix recommends 3 megabits. For broadband connection speed, 1.5 megabits, and required 0.5 megabits. So required 0.5 megabits, PlayStation Now 5 megabits. But I understand. So there's that. You getting a PlayStation Now? I bet you nobody was getting it, and that's why they did this.
Well, nobody's getting PlayStation Now because it's expensive.
How much is it?
There's like a subscription fee, and then like you can pay for games a la carte, but like the tiers like are really weird. Like some games, if you want to like rent it for like 30 days, it's like $30. When at that point you might just buy the game already.
Oh yeah, I remember when it betaed, people were pissed.
Yeah, then the
It's
prices
still like that?
the prices still aren't great.
There's no like subscription fee?
I think there is, but even that's like not good.
Is it better than $99 a month? Because Jesus Christ, friggin'
It's better
Buildbox.
it's better than $99 a month. Yes. You got a 7-day free trial, so at least there's that.
We had a card, but I threw it out.
Yeah.
1 month
All right,
free.
1 month is $20. 3 months is $45.
$20 is a lot. This should be Netflix prices.
Yeah. They should see. We'll touch on it real quick. They've increased the price of PlayStation Now by $10.
Oh, yeah.
So it's $60
That's
a year
important
now
news,
instead of
too.
50, which this puts it on the same level as Xbox Gold.
Yeah. Not that big of a deal.
Right. It would have been really nice if this extra $10 went to putting in a limit. It can be limited, a limited PlayStation Now subscription.
That's true.
That's I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Any game you want, you can
Like
rent
a
it
silver
for.
tier or something.
You can rent it for like 7 days or whatever.
I will say I did play PlayStation Now at E3 the year before they like announced it, and even though the servers were right behind the consoles, like they were like directly connected to it, you could still tell that you're streaming it.
Really?
You could still totally tell that it's not perfect.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Wow, it's
amazing."
amazing," but like, no, it's really not. Caloric agrees that PlayStation Now is stupid. They were streaming at the E3 booth. They were streaming Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, the PS3 version, to the PS4.
Yeah.
How dumb is that?
That is pretty wacky, yeah.
All right, I want to move on. Let's keep this show rolling.
Okay.
I got one more thing, and it is that I was on Reddit today.
Mm-hmm.
People are still giving crap to No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
One of the top posts. No Man's Sky has lost 90% of its players.
Wow.
Why wow?
90% of its players and it came out like what, last week?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Why?
That's a huge drop off. Like all right, I know that like the game isn't living up to hype, and that people are mad, but 90%, like that's ridiculous. Suicide Squad is still the #1 movie in the country. Like
Well,
how that didn't have a 90% drop
all
off.
games peak in their first week.
Right. But 90%?
You know what? I mean, I did barely any research, but I would say that most games have a 90% drop off after the first week. After the first week. I'm sorry, not 90. I would say 70% at least after the first week.
Okay.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So 90% from the first week. People are still comparing this to multiplayer games. And that's what the problem is.
They're comparing No Man's Sky to a multiplayer.
Yes. Because 90% drop off in a multiplayer game would be very bad. Because you want people to be playing multiplayer games like a lot.
Right.
But 90%, like let's say, for example, Uncharted 4. Guess what the drop off was after the first week of sales? After the first week of No Man. Actually, wait. Is this sales? Where'd it go? I lost it. This was 90% of its players. Oh. Well, the sales, I looked up the sales, and it was about 90% drop off also.
Sales is different than players, though.
It was about the same on No Man's Sky.
So 90% of players and 90% of sales have dropped off. Okay.
Yeah. I think it was like 89 or something.
Because players means like the people who are actively playing it.
Right.
Over the course of 2 weeks, 90% of people who were actively playing it dropped off.
Right. That is true.
That's a big deal. Like, imagine if like 90% of people playing Call of Duty dropped off within 2 weeks.
But that's also a multiplayer game. That's also one of the biggest multiplayer games.
Right. This was...
I'm trying to draw a comparison to, for example, Uncharted, which is a single-player game. It's got multiplayer, but primarily a single-player game.
Right. Well, still.
A game where you beat the story and then you throw it out. You break the disc in half and take a dump on it.
People really like that multiplayer, though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm never going to play it. For example, Uncharted 4, after the first week, not 2 weeks, the first week, 82% drop sales decline. Okay. Uncharted 4, which sold amazing.
Okay.
That much drop off.
But again, that's a sales decline.
Right.
That's the people who bought it week 1 were probably still playing it into week 2.
I think there's a parallel you can draw, though.
Is there?
Well, I mean, No Man's Sky has the same exact amount of people who are active users versus people who are buying it. Like the percentage is the exact same.
All right, because like when you say the percentage of active players dropped off, like that means people bought the game, they tried it, and they were not satisfied, so they just quickly went.
I misread the title, even though I did check the Steam sales.
Yeah,
because the PlayStation sales aren't up.
Mm-hmm.
The Steam sales are exactly the same. I'm comparing the Steam sales because people are also crapping all over the Steam sales, not just the active users.
Right.
They're crapping all over the Steam sales. The sales of No Man's Sky isn't as bad as most or equal. It's about average for a single player experience. Right. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I can't speak for the active users because I did no research on that. But for the sales, yes, it's about totally normal for a single player experience. Also, Far Cry Primal, what was that? The drop off for sales was, I thought I wrote this down, but apparently not. 76% after the first week, I think. This graph is terrible. So I'm going to say 76% after the first week.
Okay.
The Division, which is a multiplayer game, which everybody left now.
Yeah,
Nobody's playing the Division anymore. Only lost 59 players after the first month.
Interesting.
59 players after the first
59
month.
players?
Yeah.
Total?
This whole 59%. 59%.
I was going to say.
This whole Reddit thread is... Now you're making me realize they're mixing up completely the amount of players
Yeah,
versus the
because
amount of
that's
sales.
very different. Because once the first week, everybody bought the game already. So yeah, of course there's gonna be a sales
Far Cry
drop-off.
Primal is that 76% is users. Yeah.
Okay.
And it doesn't say when they dropped off. It just says dropped 76%. I don't know if that means 2 weeks. Maybe it was
that's
2
the
weeks.
thing, because is that 76% within like the span of 2 weeks? Is it a month? Is it over the course of a year?
It doesn't say, but it also says Aliens Colonial Marines, which is
Yeah.
majorly panned by everybody. 85% in one lost 85% in 1 month. So after a month, it lost 85%. So No Man's Sky lost more than Aliens Colonial Marines. But I will say Aliens Colonial Marines primarily a multiplayer game again.
No.
Yes.
Aliens Colonial Marines.
Yes.
No. That was a game that was sold on its single player. The whole point of Aliens Colonial Marines was going to be the official sequel to Aliens. It was going to be the Alien sequel we all wanted. It was going to explain what happened to Hicks and Ripley and what happened on the planet on LV-426.
All right,
afterwards.
fine. Then 85% sounds just about right then. It also didn't sell like basically any when it came out.
I think it sold decently.
I don't think so.
I think it did.
I don't think it did.
You don't know anything about this game, do you?
I don't know anything about it. VGCharts.com. I love VG Charts.
Yeah, because I was looking forward to that game because it was supposed to be like the sequel to James Cameron's Aliens, which is the best Aliens.
When I started working at GameStop, which was in about 2009, I think.
Yeah.
That was the farthest off game that you can pre-order.
Right, because that was turning into another Duke Nukem Forever situation. Also published by Gearbox. Look at that.
I don't know how to spell colonial. Even though it's right here and I can just look at it. Oh, I did spell it right.
Like
I like VG Charts, but
it didn't sell amazing, but it sold.
Is it Alien or Alien?
Aliens.
Aliens. Colonial.
Yeah, I think it's colon.
I do like VG Charts, but man, these ads. There we go.
Yeah.
Let's say PC.
Okay.
North America. Wait. Is that all time? North America. Wait. Is that percent? I think that's million. That would be nuts.
No way.
Yes. North America. 0.10 million. Point. And that was 53% total units. Globally, it sold. Can I get a total? Total in the first year, 144,000 copies globally in the first year.
Really? Because I have 1.31 million in US and Europe.
When? As of when?
As of March 31st, 2013, as stated in Sega's end-of-year fiscal report.
I've got it right here. Oh, wait. Oh, as
of 2016.
No, as of now. That's what it's saying. It's not saying sold 2016. It's saying as of right now. Like because then when you go to a global, it gives you the breakdown
from year
to year to year.
Well,
this is PC. This is
just
PC.
the PC version.
I forgot. It's only PC. So what does that say?
1.31 million in US and Europe.
In 3 years. That's not good.
This is as of March 2013. The game came out in February.
I'd still say it's not very good. Then you have games like Tomb Raider sold 5 million. And they're like, nah, it didn't do good.
Well, that's different. That's bad marketing and planning on the part of Square Enix.
Right. Because then you also have games like Breath of the Wild, Zelda. They're assuming is going to sell 2 million. They're like, we're cool with that.
Yeah, well, it probably will sell 2 million.
It will probably sell a lot more than 2 million. I'm saying this game. What was the point of this again?
No Man's Sky had a very severe player drop-off.
I'm trying to defend No Man's Sky. It had a very severe player drop-off, and the sales declined a lot. But a lot of single-player games, a lot of single-player experiences do that. It's the same thing with record sales. It's not with movies because people have to actively go out to the movies.
But the difference is No Man's Sky was, regardless of what you heard about No Man's Sky, the promise was this was a game you could play for a long time. That it was a game, it was going to take you forever to get to the center of the universe.
That's true.
And if 90% of people stop playing it after 2 weeks, that's a problem. Something went wrong either in your marketing, either in the game design.
There was definitely a problem with the marketing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, like, people bought this game not really knowing what it was, and they played it, and they realized it wasn't what they wanted, so they're going to drop off. That's bad. No matter how you slice it, like, this is bad. If 90% of people who...
I mean, it's not that bad, because it's like one of the best-selling games ever.
Yeah, but, you're still going to want... Because you know what's going to happen now? Like, people who bought the physical version are going to go take it to GameStop and, sell it and trade it and whatnot, and then they're not going to see any more money from it.
I think a problem was that a lot of people, returned it on Steam.
That too,
That's a big problem. But no, the game sold really well, regardless of how poorly it reviewed and regardless of all the crap people are saying about it.
Right, like Suicide Squad.
And that's why, yes, exactly. And that's why people are saying stop pre-ordering games, because...
Oh, now stop pre-ordering
I know,
games.
exactly. To their credit, they had a really bad pre-order incentive. They had that ship.
Yeah.
There's one more thing I wanted to say about that. Yeah, the ship. If you use the ship, you bypass 3 hours of the game. And also, if you use the ship, if you use the ship immediately, then you don't learn how to build a hyperdrive, and you get stranded on a planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's it. The game's broken forever.
So not good for...
That's what I wanted to talk about. While I was doing a little bit of research on this on the train on the way home, I noticed that the top 15 games, game sales of all time, the top 15 selling games of all time are all Nintendo IPs or Nintendo on Nintendo consoles.
Grand Theft Auto's not in there?
Grand Theft Auto is 16.
Really?
Grand Theft Auto 5 is 16, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Tetris is on there. That's not, that's
right. But yeah.
Yeah, kind of Nintendo. Pokemon Red and Blue is on there. That's Nintendo. Those are the only ones that aren't made by Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah. 15. Okay, let me bring that up and see if I can.
No, but Nintendo's in trouble. Nintendo's not.
I know, but these are all old stuff.
Right.
Because I just clicked on game totals on VG charts. Number 1, Wii Sports. Number 2, Super Mario Brothers. Mario Kart Wii, Wii Sports Resort. Pokemon Red and Blue, Tetris, the new Super Mario Brothers, Wii Play, New Super Mario Wii, Duck Hunt, Nintendogs, Mario Kart DS, Pokemon Gold, Pokemon Silver, Wii Fit Plus. 16 is Kinect Adventures.
Really?
It came with Kinect and it came with the Xbox. 17 is Grand Theft Auto 5.
Wow.
So 17 and 18 Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, 19 Super Mario World, 20 Brain Age.
Oh, that.
So there you go. Top 15 is Nintendo. Do we have any other topics?
Real quick, I saw some people asking me about it in the chat. So it was announced that director Doug Liman, who directed the first Bourne Identity movie, he also directed Edge of Tomorrow, Swingers. He's been tapped to replace Guillermo del Toro as the director of Justice League Dark, which means that he is no longer tapped to direct the Gambit solo movie. I'm surprised this was still in development. I thought they were doing an animated Justice League Dark movie to satiate fans because they're not going to do live action, but then again, what do I know? Okay. Justice League Dark has John Constantine, Swamp Thing, Deadman, Zatanna, and Etrigan the Demon.
This is the point in the show where we go into the chat. We answer your questions and comments and whatnot. We also go to the comments from last week's Wolf Den Live after it gets up on archive so that people who missed the live stream can comment. We also look at the hashtag Wolf Den Live on Twitter and talk to you there. So
start asking us questions.
Kai Williams says, I don't think Dan Sly is a bad writer, but his Spider-Man is a bit stale. I would love to see Mark Waid and Chris Samney on. Ooh, Chris Samney was on Amazing Spider-Man.
I would love. Their Black Widow was awesome. Their Daredevil was awesome. Dan Slott is not a bad writer. He's just been writing Spider-Man for a very long time, and I think he needs to take a break.
And he's not good at
He like has peaks and valleys.
From last week's Wolf Den Live, Jason Todd says, so if there are 3 Jokers, does that mean Harley was banging 3 dudes?
We don't know what this means. They still
have
haven't
no idea what
explained
this means.
anything.
I would say no.
Yeah, probably not.
She
probably like knows which
yeah.
one she was with.
I mean, yeah, she probably knows the difference between them. She probably doesn't know who the Joker is, but she knows
Yeah.
the differences.
I don't. I'm gonna butcher your name. Elijah Macchiano 1. Hey Will, did you know Ironheart is the name of a Japanese porn parody of Iron Man? I do now. Thank you for that.
That's a beautiful name for a porn parody.
Gavin Roberts, Will, have you read Blue Beetle Rebirth or Deathstroke Rebirth? I've read both of them. Wasn't into Blue Beetle so much, but Deathstroke is actually good, surprisingly. Probably has to do with the fact it's written by Christopher Priest. So I would recommend checking out Deathstroke.
Irish Jester. Bob, you should start sneaking in one obscure cuss word every podcast, then make Will hunt for the word to bleep with a goofy sound. Make it a game, wink face.
If he
I'm gonna
does
start learning different like curses in different languages.
if it's in a different language, I don't have to censor it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dumb. That's Struns.
That's Italian for the S word. Really poorly accented, by the way.
Fred, our good Fred Bushy.
Fred Bushy.
Have you ever, Will, this is for you, have you ever watched Ultimate Muscle? And if so, what did you think? I read this before and I was like, what? Now I remember what that is.
I've seen a couple of episodes, specifically like the 2000s Ultimate Muscle. It was goofy.
It was good.
I
remember that.
Fun fact, we bought my friend, because it was only like $10. Ultimate Muscle on PS2. It was before we knew what the anime was. Like we bought it like, this looks so dumb. You know, let's just give it to him as a goof gift.
It was probably awesome.
It was, because it was made by the same guys who did WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy on the N64. So it was really good.
Bob, I just started playing Overwatch. What is a good character to start with? Soldier 76. And why is May so adorable? May is not adorable if you play the game, because she sucks and you should hate her, and she puts wall time and ruins everything. And as always, how are you gentlemen doing today? We are well.
We're good, thanks.
I mean, I shouldn't speak for him, but I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah, start with Soldier 76. He's very easy to get used to. Then it's completely up to you. You gotta just try everybody. Soldier 76 is the only like vanilla guy.
Yeah. Gishi 114. Will, do you catalog your collection? And if so, how do you do it? I do it 2 ways. One, I have an Excel spreadsheet that I use. I just type in on one side the title, and then on the other side the issues I have, and then by tab, what box it corresponds in. I did a whole video on how to catalog your comics. Also, I've been using this website called leagueofcomicgeeks.com.
Jeez.
Because I needed a new pull lists website because Comixology kind of sucks, and they not only do pull lists, but they do cataloging. So like once you get something in your pull list, you can just hit add to collection, and you can go back and add all your back issues. It's really good. They have it. It's all free, because a lot of like services like that you have to pay for, but it's free, and they have an app that works really well. So yeah, leagueofcomicgeeks.com. I would recommend that.
You also had a log of all of the games that we have.
Yeah, that was
It's a little old now.
That was through IGN actually,
Yeah.
and they haven't updated like how that works, because there are a lot of games that for some reason automatically go into your wish list.
Well,
and I can't get it to change into my collection.
You did export it to an Excel spreadsheet because they had that option, which is awesome. So now we just have an Excel spreadsheet.
Right. So I might as well just update that.
Adam Cullen, another good friend.
Yes.
On Twitter using the hashtag WolfDenLive asks, thoughts on the Deus Ex Mankind Divided microtransaction / season pass? I don't know. What's the deal? I know they had a terrible pre-order bonus.
They had a terrible pre-order bonus. Yeah, no, I forgot to look that up. But Deus Ex Mankind Divided came out. It's getting really good scores. I would like to play it one day. Apparently there are like microtransactions in a season pass for it. I guess it's just another nonsense thing for Square Enix to try and make money.
I know that they have this like other game that came out with Deus Ex.
Breach.
Yeah, I played a little bit of that.
I assumed that was supposed to be just a mini game.
Yeah, but it's like a whole. There's a lot of it, and it's got very clear microtransactions. I mean, from what I played, at E3, there was very clear like spots for microtransactions. It was like ammo and stuff. It was dumb. It was really dumb.
That's really
it felt like VR
crappy.
Missions. Imagine VR missions, but with limited ammo, and you have to like friggin'. It's dumb. And that's it for the Twitter.
Okay. I saw a lot of questions in the chat. Hold on, I missed
Jackie. I got you.
Somebody asked about. I'm sorry if I missed it. The Adam West Batman cartoon that's coming out. Real quick. Warner Brothers is going to release an animated movie, Batman: Return of the Caped Crusaders. It is set in the canon of Batman 66, and it will star Adam West and Burt Ward and Julie Newmar reprising their roles as Batman, Robin, and Catwoman respectively. It looks amazing. I will be buying it, and we will finally get a good Batman movie this year.
Will, have you watched Star Wars Rebels? And if so, what do you think about it?
I've only ever seen bits and pieces of it, but everything I've seen looks good. Everything. There's no reason for me not to watch it. So one of these days, I'm going to get off my ass and actually watch it.
Cade asks, Bob, do you like Frank Miller's Ronin? Does he mean Robin, or is that Ronin?
No, there's a book called Ronin. I've never read it. Apparently, it's supposed to be really good.
I've never read it.
Yeah.
No thoughts on that.
Thoughts on All-Star Batman by Scott Snyder? Good. Check it out. It's different from what he did with Capullo.
All right, let's take one more.
All right. I'm looking for a good one. There's so many things.
You guys are all good.
Yeah.
Hey Bob, play the Neo beta? No. I did see a little bit. I don't know anything about that game. Blah 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 blah.
Any opinion on Superman by Peter Tomasi? Excellent. Superman is the best he's been in years. Read that. Also read Action. Don't really know what's going on in that, but that's also good.
All right, I'm shutting it down.
All right.
Thank you guys for being here. Remember, if we didn't get to your question, use the hashtag Wulff10Live. Also, comment after this goes archived. Also, well, I guess that's it. If you listen to this afterwards on iTunes, SoundCloud, or Google Play, you can leave a comment, like, whatever.
Rate us 5 stars and leave a review. It actually helps us get exposure, and we will use that insight to make the show better.
Yes. Don't forget, we have a bunch of videos that we put every single week. 3 videos a week.
Every single week.
So, watch our main content.
Yeah.
And tweet at us, all that garbage. After this, I usually stream the thumbnail. I'm probably going to do it really late. Probably like 11:30. Mm-hmm. But, it's gonna be a long night. And I do that over on twitch.tv/Bob Wulff, so I can doodle and stuff. I don't know what happened with Twitch with the Wolf Den. It's jerking off over there. So thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Thanks everybody.
I do this every time. I forget to pull out the iPad to get ready to turn off the stream. And then we have to awkwardly sit here while it loads.
Yeah.
And then say goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.